It's time, ladies and gentlemen. It is ladder reset, and we're starting Warlock. Pretty much like 99% of everyone else playing D2R at the moment. So ladder, non-hardcore, because I'm a little wussy boy. Create, and let's do this. So, first things first, we got to complete the den, get our free skill point, and here I'm just going to invest on the left side of the Eldritch tree. Just 1 point into the first 3 so we can get access to our blade warp. It's basically the Walmart version of Sorceress's teleport. And we're gonna make our way through Act 1, no issues at all. I mean, you can see the build diversity on the left hand side. Luckily though, we had a sorceress in here, so that's pretty handy. But struggling for mana and competing with everybody else for mana potions was a little bit annoying early game. We find this old book on the ground with 2 sockets in it. I think that could be pretty handy here in the future. Let's just ignore it for now. Let's kill Endariel. Endariel is weak against fire, and we have no shortage of fire damage here in this lobby. Moving to Act 2, we kill Radamant, we steal his books. More skill points equals more damage equals more fun. We grab our cube, and now we're level 18, so we can pick up Flame Wave. We'll be using this as our primary damage source instead of the other little knockbacky circle thing that kind of gets annoying, if I'm being honest. So it's nice to get Flame Wave online. We pick up a mercenary, any old random merc. All we'll do, throw on some just generic janky armor and a weapon, and he's technically better than nothing. He'll serve as a nice distraction if nothing else. Find this nice little faster cast rate ring here. And straight to work on Mephisto. So we're just gonna go pretty quick throughout this series because I'm doing all 3 difficulties and I don't want to show every single step of every single difficulty, especially since it's early ladder. I want to keep playing, so I don't want to spend, you know, a tremendous amount of time editing these episodes. So they're gonna be a little bit more chill and relaxed. Either way, we save a bunch of barbarians and they reward us with Ral or Tal. We're gonna use that Ral here soon. I also have it set up to where we need 3 more skill points to get our Bind Demon, and we're at level 27. So right at level 30, we should be able to get Bind Demon, which is really, really nice. It's a big power swing for us. 1 level away. Alright, so we're gonna finish up normal difficulty, take out Bale's little minion boys here, Lister the Tormentor. I go ahead and bind him, but you'll notice here soon after, he is no longer bound. And not gonna lie, I didn't die and he didn't die. I am just dumb and bad at the game and clicked the wrong button. But we got a wand, so I guess that's cool. Anyways, normal is done. GG guys. Let's go to Nightmare. I do Nightmare for a little while. We hit level 30. Well, we hit level 30 a while ago, but now we've ran up to Apocalypse. This is going to be our main damage source for the remainder of this character. We kill Endariel. I realize the damage is a little bit janky, so I decide it's probably time to go back and farm up some Countess. We need some rune words online, so we do just that. We get a Ral there, and we get 3 towels. Didn't need 3, but I'll take them. Sure, why not, game? There's our F room. Perfect. All right, so we have Tal F. That makes Stealth. 25 faster cast rate, run walk, faster hit recovery. It's all good stuff. Probably one of the best early game rune words in the game. Does a lot for us. This Ort Soul and a 2-socketed helmet makes Lore. 2 to mana after each kill. Lightning resist 30% and 1 to all skills. Very, very solid. More damage, more survivability, more quality of life and utility with the mana on kill. We get our Tear rune, which is all we were missing. So Tear Ral and a 2-socketed staff makes Leaf plus 3 to fire skills, which is what we're using. And some cold resistance and more mana on kill. This thing's pretty strong as well and really cheap with just a Tear Ral. We pop in here and we get another soul rune, which is perfect because we're gonna need a couple of these actually. So it was nice to get one randomly like that. So we decided to push again. We're in Nightmare. We join this Act 2 Nightmare start game. and it goes pretty well. So kill Radamant, we get his little skill point there. While we're clearing Maggot Lair, I get a Shale. We instantly throw it on that book from earlier. Shale Eth makes rhyme. It's mostly just for some really chill, cannot be frozen, 25 all res, and a little bit of magic find. Overall, it's cheap, you know, Shale Eth, and what else are we gonna put in our book, right? So I'm happy with it. We kill Maggot Boy, and we get a Grand Scepter. Yeah, we don't get any loot whenever we're in public matches like this. People are like little locusts, man. They'll swoop in and grab 100 items a second. But we do manage to snag this belt from Diablo. It's not too great, but, you know, some strength, some resistance, some faster hit recovery. It is what it is. Our gear's still a little rough. Ancient's time, and yeah, that was a cakewalk. Again, Warlock is so strong. We've maxed out Apocalypse at this point, finishing out Flame Wave, putting some stats into it. And yeah, we make it to Bale with no issues. We have all of our rune words online, and yeah, we're just super strong at this point. So Nightmare Bale, Nightmare complete, no good drops, doesn't matter. All right, so while the runner is like going towards Bale in the throne room, I like to come into Bloody Foothills, keep myself busy, do a little MFing, and we get a full rune there for our spirit in the future, which is really nice. I then join a player's 8 Nightmare game to get our Hephaestus. Don't worry, I left the party, we did our Forge solo, and I killed their Endariel and Nightmare and gave them all Act 2 waypoints, you know, tried to help them out there. So I didn't just join a player's 8 group and grief or, you know, whatever. But we got alum, hey, and yeah, that's gonna come in handy here shortly. So then I was like, Nightmare Cows probably is the play, right? We need some bases at this point. Best place to find bases, in my opinion, is from cows. All right, we got our first piece of Siggins online, and it's the chest piece. So this is still like day 1, end of day 1, beginning of day 2. So it's relevant, right? We find this nice little small charm here, plus 11 to cold res. I'll take any res we can get this early on. And another nice little drop here, shark skin belt. This is a Razor Tail. Razor Tail is super good for Javazons. Probably sell that for a decent amount, or maybe even just keep it and use it on our own. Then I go ahead and grab this halberd here, and it happens to be 4 sockets. It's not ethereal, but it's better than nothing. At least it's 4 sockets. We'll hold on to it. There's this death mask, and it's 3-socketed and ethereal. It's actually kind of perfect. We're gonna be using that in a second, but first, we also, same, you know, game, get IK's helmet. It only rolled 31% out of 40%, but, you know, it's still IK's helmet. It'll help somebody out. And same game again, we get our second piece of Siggins. So 2 pieces of Siggins, IK helmet, this helmet, 1 game. It was pretty good. So we make our Bulwark Shale IO Soul. This thing is nasty. So Bulwark is mostly just for the physical damage received, reduced by 15%. It gives a little bit of life, you know, it's solid, but it's mostly for that 5% life leech on hit. It's gonna help our mercs sustain and stay alive a lot easier. So now we're just pushing through hell, you know, Endariel, Mephisto, Diablo, they all go off without much issue at all. No notable drops or anything, but the build is feeling good. I mean, there's nothing to really complain about. I mean, the fire immunities, if I had to pick one thing, but our mercenary and our bound demon kind of just handles it. So we kill this guy, we get our socketed quest from Larzik online, and at this point I felt like it was probably time to go get our Holy Freeze guy. We've put together a little bit of a mercenary setup, so we give him the insight that we made in that halberd, we give him the bulwark, and I kind of just slap on a Siggins armor for, you know, a temporary solution for now. So at this point, we're just kind of trying to progress through Act 5, and I dropped this 4-socketed broadsword, and that's kind of a big deal. So Tal, Full, or is going to make our spirit sword. And unfortunately, got 25% faster cast rate, and goes up to 35. We got the bottom roll, but it's still better. I'll take it. I decided to go ahead and shop for a lower resist wand while we had some downtime while our sorceress was running to the next location, and we found one. Pretty easy. So with the help of our lower resist wand and our sorceress spamming static, Hell Ancients was actually quite easy. Yeah, this is just really strong. I mean, the game feels good. Warlock feels crazy strong. This was interesting. Our Mala did not sell magic potions, which was a little bit weird, but at the end of the day, didn't really matter much. We take Veil out, Hell difficulty is completed. Very nice. Now we have access to terror zones. I absolutely take advantage of this trade, by the way. This guy gave us a limb for our lum. We got a lum earlier from our health word and nightmare. And at this point, I felt like it's probably time to get the Hell Hephaesto. I spent a little bit of time to make sure that we get one with the Conviction Aura. I also find this really cool codex here, +3 to Apocalypse. So we go ahead and make a new rhyme in it. So just +3 to Apocalypse. That's the only difference there. It's pretty nice. Found a sweet little 2-socketed ethereal armor here, and we throw a Neph lum and make a smoke. So now our mercenary has a pretty proper, decent body armor, much better than a Siggins anyway. It's +50 all res and some faster hit recovery, 1200 defense, not bad, and he's res capped now, so maybe he can actually stay alive. This is a bit of a because I can moment. I don't need it. But Ancient's Pledge, 80 all res, level 26 Pally Shield. I just thought that was kind of fun, so I wanted to make it. We drop this little crystal sword here, and it's 4-socketed. So lucky us. I farmed Nightmare Cows for like an hour, couldn't find one, but you know, we got one eventually. Talful or and this time we hit the perfect 35% faster cast rate roll. Doesn't get better than that. Decided to grind out terror zones for a little while, and we found this cryptic axe. It was ethereal, non-socketed, so let's gamble a little bit. If you didn't know, there's a cube recipe to add a random amount of sockets, and that is Ral. Perfect amethyst. So this can be anywhere from 1 to 5. Let's see if we get lucky. 5. Okay, so we wanted 4, we got 5. It is what it is. That sound almost got us killed. Jump scared the crap out of me. I'm just sitting here farming terror zones for like 2 hours. Didn't hear that ever, and then bam. So this little purple named weirdo, he just felt like another champ pack to me. I don't know. Maybe he was doing special stuff. I still don't get it. 2 hours plus of farming terror zones. We got 1 herald, but this is cool. We got some chances. So 30% MF. Probably going to be better than 7 gold res that I was wearing since Act 1 normal. This guy seemed really cool. He was wanting to buy our 4-socketed sword. He didn't have anything that I wanted, so I just gave it to him. And there's a little thing called karma. Immediately after that, the next game that I make, this happens. Yeah. That's a Shaco. 3 off defense, perfect Shaco. Karma's a real thing. Found this nice little 4-socketed ethereal battle scythe. Could have been a thresher, but it's still good. It's fast attack speed, it's ethereal, and it's better in pretty much every way. So like the damage increase here doesn't look overly significant, but we're going from a normal attack speed weapon to a fast attack speed weapon, and all that additional damage. So overall, that was a gigantic DPS increase for us. A nice little 4-socketed flail for a potential Heart of the Oak here in the future. And if this was ethereal, this would be super exciting, but it's still pretty cool. It's kind of rare. Gladiator's Bane. It's a nice little weapon. Or armor. Sorry. So early on in a ladder reset, I really like checking Paladin shields. I don't care what the base is. I just want to check all of them. We got pretty lucky. We got 31 all res on a 4-socket. We can make a spirit out of this eventually on our Paladin, and that's going to be sweet. I take some time to socket our Shaco and throw a perfect Topaz in there. So now we have 74 better MF, which puts us at a total of 146 MF. I then go ahead and give away all of my leveling gear leading up to this point, I didn't have a use for it. You know, a spirit, the 25 MF spirit, you know, our old rhyme, pretty much everything. That guy got all of it. This is a nice little amulet. 2 to paladin combats, 10 faster cast rate, 20 all res. For us, it's just 10 FCR and 20 all res, but still, it's kind of a neat one. It's definitely usable until we get a Maras. Here's the new set helmet. I've never seen this item in my life. +1 Warlock skills. We have Shaco, so I really didn't even look at it for very long, to be completely honest. But this is probably one of my favorite drops so far. This and the Shaco. 3-socketed ethereal bone weave. This thing is going to be perfect for shale, full, limb, treachery. Do a recap of sorts. So we're setting ourselves up 4-socketed flail for a Hodo, Heart of the Oak, and a 5-socketed flail for a CTA, Call to Arms. Once we get those two things online, our resistances are going to be fixed in a very big way. Also, Viper Magi might be really nice, but I'm not entirely sure what body armor we're going to really end up with long term. I mean, ideally, Enigma eventually, right? But we got our Shaco. This is like the end of day 2. We've got our 35 FCR Spirit. I made a rhyme, Shale Eth, in this codex. It's +3 to Apocalypse. Really, really nice. Our Apocalypse is chilling. Well, if I'm buffed up with our Tainted, our Apocalypse is almost 10k. So Viper Magi, Arachnid Mesh, proper Amulet. Yeah, there's room for improvement. A couple of Sajas or BKs. Yeah, we could probably get this up to like 13k-ish. Maybe with a couple skillers, 15k. But I'm really excited. Oh yeah, and then Mage Fist. Mage Fist gives fire skills. There's so much potential for growth here still. And this thing already just annihilates Hell Cows. Granted, not in Players 8 just yet. I would like to get a couple of more things online, but I'm pretty confident we could just stay on this fire build. And I might even just re-roll another Warlock for the, you know, this version of him, right? The Blade Work, Echoing Strike, and Mirror Blades. I don't really want to respec. I really, really like this guy, and I like the playstyle, and it feels great, and he's been doing a tremendously good job. So the belt's kind of crap. The rings are kind of crap. We got some chances for MF. Boots are pretty crap, just resistance, a little bit of MF. 20 all res, 10 faster cast right here. And I wish that paladin combat was, you know, anything Warlock, but it is what it is. Day 2 things. Overall, quite happy. We have a lower resist wand on our weapon swap. I usually only use this for like fire immune champ packs or like bosses, you know, Mephisto and Dariel, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm excited. Oh, there's our 5-socketed Cryptic Axe. I'm going to finish turning this into an Obedience. Maybe there's some use for that. I don't know. It's kind of a bummer that we hit 5 sockets and not 4, but whatever. We'll hit a 4 eventually. But all right, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and comment, ask questions, tell me how your ladder went. I'm trying to make the pivot from Warframe content to Diablo content, so if you stuck around for the entire duration, it really would help a lot. Teaching YouTube who to be showing these videos to, rather than trying to like force feed them to my Warframe viewers. YouTube's struggling. I'm getting 0 views, and yeah, it you know, feels bad. I'd like to get some traction going, so if you could take a little time, like the video, comment, I'd appreciate it a bunch. Anyways, I'm gonna keep playing. I'm having a ton of fun, so I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Stay safe.